Good afternoon, guys. I hope you are doing well. I wanted to drop in for a quick filmmaker diary. It's been a couple weeks. I wanted you guys to enjoy the new web series, Fight Night Legacy. If you want to check out all the episodes, I am going to leave an annotation on this video, and I hope you get a chance to check it out. There's also Olympia still going strong, the trailer for Green Lantern, which is just about to hit 100,000 views, and I could really use your help getting that out there. And here we go. I'm going to give you guys an update on everything that's going on. So, I think the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because the last time I spoke directly to a few young filmmakers, I got a really great response, and I felt like it was kind of important. So I'd like to do that again. This week, I'd like to point out just a newish perspective. Over the past few years, I think I've started going in phases. There's phases in which I become a watcher, and then there's phases in which I become a doer. Uh, 2015 has been all about doing, so I haven't been able to enjoy all the cool shows and comics because instead of sitting by watching, which is really important, and I'll explain why in a minute, I've just been trying to make stuff. I've been writing stuff, and I've been trying to push through the obstacles that keep me from making stuff as quickly as I can for you. This year has been one of the most challenging years of my life as a filmmaker because um, I think the industry is a little bit slower than it has been. I haven't I haven't been able to command the same amount of money I get each time I work on a project, and I haven't been able to, and there hasn't been as frequent of opportunities as there is other years. But I'm pushing through, and I'm in the middle of moving, which is killing so much of my time. But it's all for the better because I think my filming locations will be a lot better, and I believe I'll have access to a lot more tools and performers who are really, really amazing, including a little surprise show about a DC character I've already introduced. I'm really excited to pop off a couple quick episodes of that for you guys once I get moved into my new place. It should be something I could be able to do a little bit more consistently, which is kind of my goal for the late part of 2015 and 2016 is to shoot a show that goes into 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 episodes. And once again, the Indiegogo for Grayson season one and for Power will be coming. A lot of the props that I need to do the trailer for season one and everything are all arriving. The actors are starting to get into really great shape. Should be a good time. Anywho, back to being a watcher or a doer. Um, Being a watcher is really, really important because you can learn a lot, obviously. You watch great people make great things, and number one, it motivates you. Number two, you kind of learn, if you're watching from the right perspective, you can learn a lot about pacing, and you can learn a lot about visual effects, and you can learn a lot about cheating shots. Um, you can learn a lot about directing and performing. But I would like to point out a specific thing that I've been doing lately, and I like to call it looking for the poetry in film. And not necessarily in the dialogue. It's more in the subtle undertones in which the director is communicating directly with you. And a lot of the younger filmmakers I'm talking to, guys that are in their early to mid 20s, even your teens, if you start doing this now, you're going to be a master of it by the time you're my age. So I really encourage you to watch a film and to do your best to try and pick up on these subtle cues. Like, for example, if an actor is playing a character that is completely antisocial and completely withdrawn from society, but he's having a conversation with another person, they may shoot the character that is very outgoing and gregarious and all that stuff uh, dirty with the main character, you know, in the foreground and him in the background, focus being on him. But when they shoot the more withdrawn, introverted character, they might shoot him in a single. Now, it takes a little time for you to realize that when they're framing that guy by himself, they're subtly telling you that he is kind of either mentally always by himself or just kind of a loner. You know, why won't they keep the shots the same? If they shoot a two shot, you know, or if they shoot an OTS, if they shoot an OTS for this character, why not for the other character? You have to start asking yourself questions like that. Why do they always shoot these characters together in a two shot? Like, are they best friends? Could they be related? Any of those questions. Because once you start picking up on what the director is trying to say about these characters in the way that they allow you to see them, you can start shot designing your shots the same way. And telling the audience without them quite realizing that you're like, without pounding them over the head with it, that this character's the villain, and the way that you shoot them and keep them away from, you know what I mean, cinematically keep them away from the rest of the group, or always have them standing behind the rest of the group if they're feeling rejected or building bitterness toward the rest. There's so many subtle cues, and that, to me, is poetry. A couple films that really do it well, The Theory of Everything. The new Daredevil series does it a lot. I would say, I'm sorry, give me one moment. Theory of Everything. There's one more big one, and I can't remember the name of it. If I remember, I'll put it in the links. But Theory of Everything is amazing. The cinematography is every bit as poetic as the story itself, the script. And I think that's why it did so well at the Academy Awards and was nominated and whatnot. So start really watching for the poetry in the way the story's being told, and not just in the beautiful language, the beautiful people, and the VFX. See if you can start to pick up on trends that the director is using. And as far as being a doer, again, I think I'm just going to kind of remind you guys that you want to do stuff that is you can't live without doing. You have to be passionate about it, or the obstacles will shut you down. Another thing about being a doer is I think it's very difficult to be like a doer and a watcher. I think it's okay to go in phases. I don't know why we pressure ourselves so much to be doing all the time. We need the time to sit back and just learn from other people. I try to get onto set as much as possible. Tomorrow I'm working a gig in Palm Springs and I'm doing sound. I'm mixing. I'm doing sound, I'm a sound mixer for the day. That's not something that I would put behind my name as a title, but being able to watch this amazing filmmaker I'll be working with is going to give me so much more than the check I get at the end of that day. And I think that's really important. You got to go out of your way to kind of pick up on little cues and knowledge, like Ishmahawk. Their minute their minute melees or their minute matchups are just incredible. However, uh, challenge yourself to learn from them. Like Jeremy is really rocking some amazing glide cam work. Look at try and pick up on the way that they strategically use visual effects, and go watch Nightwing again and see if you can pick up on the subtle cues. That is doing, but at the same time, you're sitting in your home, you're relaxed, and you have to start to look at those times where you're learning from other filmmakers as that time in which you are charging up to go into your own project. Because I'm telling you, whenever work is slow, or whenever you seem like you are having all of these problems to get to making a film, that is because when you make your film, you are going to have needed the rest you're getting. And I always find that, like, if I'm not working, it's for a reason. It's because something big is on its way. And if I was working all that time and then had to go into this amazing opportunity, I would only be about a half as effective as I'd be if I didn't have that downtime. So really open your eyes and try and be aware of all of the wonderful opportunities that are given to you, masked by what can often be seen as just downtime or bad luck. So I think that's about all I wanted to cover this week. Once again, check out Grayson. Once again, check out Power. Once again, check out Fight Night, Olympia. This channel is meant to entertain you, and if you guys are entertained, I am happy. Thank you guys for all the likes, comments, and I will see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.